Yo, what is up, guys? Zach here from TrueForm, back at you with another workout. Today we have a running workout. So what you need today is a few things. 1, your body weight. 2, some hard work ethic. 3, a smile on your face. And 4, probably most importantly, some space to run. Whether that's with your TrueForm or whatever treadmill you have access to, or better yet, download the audio version if you're not doing so already. Plug in your earbuds and get outdoors and take me on the road with you. Today we have a 20-minute fartlek workout. So you may have heard that before, heard that term fartlek. Well, if you haven't, fartlek is a Swedish word meaning speed play. So this workout is a speed workout, speed play workout, where for the majority time of the 20 minutes, we're going to be running aerobically. Very sub-maximal effort, but that speed play comes into play. Playing words there, when I sprinkle in some sprints along the way. I'll explain that later. Right now, let's take the next 5 minutes to warm up here. So scale 1 to 10. 1 is walking like we're doing. 10 is an all-out sprint, which you might get close to later. Let's bring it to a 2 or 3. So just putting one foot in front of the other, add a little hop in your step, because running is just a series of hops, and get moving. Should feel very easy, very relaxed. Should feel in control. You're not really stressing about this too much. If you're an advanced runner, again, you should feel like you want to go twice as fast now, but we're just warming up. If you're a beginner, hey, if you need to, start off a little slower, walk, and then when I say get a little faster, that's when you can pick it up. You do you today. You did the hardest part. You hit play, you started moving. All right, so just follow along as closely as you can. I promise you get 1% better. We're already a minute in to this first 5-minute window. Like I said, this first 5-minute window is just a introductory warm-up phase. After that, we're going to have a 5-second sprint every 2.5 minutes, starting after this first window, until we reach the 21-minute mark. All right, so this workout technically is a 21-minute workout, but that sounds weird. So I labeled it as a 20-minute workout. In these little speed bursts, 5-second sprints, don't think you're a track superstar. We're just trying to bump it up a few notches of your heart rate. You know, if you have a heart rate monitor on you, whether it's wrist-based, chest-based, a good indication that you did this right is your heart rate jumped up 10 points, maybe 20 points, you know, if it's kind of not the most accurate or delayed reading that you have. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, you know, we're not going to really go off the scale 1 to 10 except for this little introductory period. But let's just call it you ran at a 7 effort the whole run, or maybe probably a 5 or 6 effort is more realistic because you want to have a little speed reserve. Your sprint, those 5-second bursts, will be like an 8, 9, maybe a 10. But far from, even though it's a 10, again, not all out. You're not trying to be Usain Bolt. The benefit of this workout, the fartlek workouts, is 1, we can get more time on our feet because we're running the whole time, and we can work on applying more power into the ground. Running faster, your mechanics don't change, right? I mean, if you're sprinting versus distance running, sure. But if you're a distance runner, which majority you are because you're taking this 20-minute speed play workout compared to one of my sprinters workouts, that speed comes from an added force in the ground. All right, you're placing one foot in front of the other, and you're letting your legs recoil and bounce off the ground, bounce off the tread like a spring. The faster you get that foot on the ground, back in the air, as well as a little bit of stride length, but more importantly, that stride frequency, the faster you'll go. So think of your legs like a pogo stick, bouncing in the ground, and the second you feel your foot hit that tread during those bursts of sprints, you want to switch, all right? Nice, quick speed burst. Again, we're going to start that first 5-second speed burst in about 1 minute and 25 seconds, and then every 2.5 minutes after that. Your recovery is built in. So if you do a speed burst and you need to bring it to a complete walk, and you're not a beginner, like this is not your first ever speed workout, you ran too fast. Right? Again, we're not trying to set world records here. We're trying to see what it feels like to add a burst of speed. Think about what happens on race day. You know, if you're running in a pack, of runners. You're gonna have to weave in and out, push past some people, especially at the beginning of a race, road race. You know, that's when that kind of speed burst comes into play. Or if you're out in the open fields, you're running up a hill. All right, the turnover of your feet have to be faster. You know, there's a lot of applications of adding small bursts of speeds, but having that aerobic base speed reserve built in. Get your last breath here. Let's try to bring it up to a 4 or 5 effort. Again, should be feel very comfortable today, so don't think about an effort or a pace or a heart rate zone necessarily, other than keeping it aerobic. And then when I say sprint, which we will do in 10 seconds, just kick it up a notch or 2. You'll get the hang of it. Here we go. First one, 3 seconds. 2, 1, 5-second bursts. Arms are swinging a little more. Foot is going down the tread. And then we're already dialing it back. It's only 5 seconds. Again, I have sprinting workouts. I have longer duration of the interval section of speed workouts on this platform. Today, we're just trying to feel the difference between aerobic, pushing a little bit close to the anaerobic side of things with that burst, and then dialing it back before we even get to that anaerobic zone. 2 minutes here, and then we have our next one. So, you may have heard, you know, obviously aerobic running, anaerobic is without oxygen, aerobic is with oxygen. That's why when you're doing these workouts, aerobic workouts, you should be able to talk the whole time, control your breath. We don't take as long as breaks as we need compared to full sprinting workouts, because you have a lot of oxygen flowing out your body. You can recover pretty quickly. Anaerobic workouts, you might have done some of my 200-meter sprint workouts or 400-meter sprint workouts where I had you rest for 3 to 5 minutes afterwards. That's because we tapped into that anaerobic zone where you need that full recovery before you can give full effort. We're just dipping our toe into the water of anaerobic today. So we don't need that full recovery, but we can still get that benefit, or part of that benefit, of speed. That's why it's called speed play. Just playing around here. 45 seconds, we have the next one. Remember, all my workouts form are at the forefront. Head up, chin up, smile on your face. Shoulders down and back. One foot is landing in front of the other. Arms are swinging at mid-chest. When we get faster here in about 25 seconds, that's when you kind of go a little bit more cheek to cheek. Your knee up, toe up, dorsal flex. So you have that nice base of support when your foot hits that tread so you can push back. 15 seconds, we have our next official 5-second burst. It's quick, 5 seconds. You only got 3 or 4 steps in you before we cool it down. Make the most of it. Here we go. 2, 1, pick those knees up more. 2, and 1, already down and back. Look at that. Another 2.5 minutes. Again, if you're an ultra beginner, I don't mean that in a negative way, but you got to build up to this stuff. So cool down, walk. If you're in advanced training, you're like, I could have sprinted for 20 seconds. You're not sprinting hard enough in 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds is plenty when it's programmed properly. If I said sprint for 5 seconds and rest for 20 minutes or something, then something's wrong. But I think about this stuff. Think about why we're adding just these small bursts of efforts. That's because it's small on time, 5 seconds, not small on effort from you. About minute 45, then we got another one here. You know, if I was being honest with you, the main goal of this workout is probably more of your recovery, especially as we add these speed bursts going on. We're doing about 6 of them. So your first 2 or 3 should feel pretty easy, but the last 3 towards minute 12 through 20, 21 should be a little harder to recover from those 5-second bursts if you're putting in the effort. And I'm not saying you're not, but These workouts are also designed for you to do them multiple times. So don't be surprised. This workout, you feel great. Be good, do it again. You already know what's coming. So you put twice as much effort into it. And then that's where the adaptation becomes. Right? One workout, singular workout, is never going to give you all the adaptation, all that stress you need to get better. We do it multiple times, just like we have multiple sets in these workouts. Form check, smile on your face, head up tall, shoulders back. 30 seconds here, then we have a third, next 5-second sprint. Let's go next 25 on your own. Breathing in your nose, out your mouth, or in your nose, out your nose. Just control that breath. I'll count you down, don't worry. In 5, we sprint for 5. Here we go, 3, 2, 2.5, 1, let's go. Got you there. Switch your foot, 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 and back it off. As I mentioned before, this is the time where the adaptation comes into play. How quickly you can go from close to full speed, at least building up, to dialing it back, to get your reserve back down. That's why it's so important to have a heart rate monitor. You can look at your wrist. If you got a chest strap, you can look at the display on your TrueForm, or possibly whatever treadmill you have at your house. You can see your heart rate bounces up, goes up 10, maybe 20 points. How quickly can you get back down to sub-maximal? Ideally, again, the majority of the run is 60, probably 70, 80% of your max heart rate. Those sprints are 80 plus, just for a small burst of time. So how quickly can you recover? That's so true in terms of this workout, in terms of any workout you do, whether it's running or strength. How well can you recover from this workout to tomorrow's workout or next week's workout? In terms of the chaos of the stress I provide to you, stress life is always going to give it to you, right? That's where the magic happens. You stay consistent and just add that little effort each time to add up to big results. Got a minute left of this interval. We're about a little more than halfway. Only a few more rounds here. Clock is a little bit too small for me to see. I think we have about 12 minutes left. If I'm way off, don't yell at me. Just know that I know for sure it's about a 20-minute workout, 21-minute workout. Another 30 seconds. Control your breathing, control your mind. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Stay here now. Ten more. Forward, pick it up. Last 5, here we go. 3, start to build up already. 2, 1, knees up, toe up, arms swinging. 3 seconds. 2, and 1, dial it back. Very quick, it looks very subtle. A lot of it is mind-muscle connection. This workout, builds off of the next one. Like I said, in terms of my programming, as well as the next 20-minute fartlek workout we do, where we increase the sprint from 5 seconds to 10 seconds. And then later on, it's about 15 seconds. Right? May feel easy now, but if you were to jump to a harder workout, the adaptation's not there because you don't have the strength or the energy to put in that effort when needed. So take the smile on your face, take the opportunity now to take advantage of what feels easy. Because, I know my workouts are programmed the right way. I know you're doing the work. So the only thing left is micro load, those stretches, those adaptation, so it doesn't leave you beaten and broken down. That's the most important part. Again, I can get better from this workout to to tomorrow, to next week, to next year. A few more sprints left, and then we're done. Remember, create that mind-muscle connection. Little form check, head up, chin up, spine or face, shoulders back, arms a swing, fingers are loose. One foot in front of the other. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Again, at any point you need to walk, you can walk. Make mental note. What periods of this workout did I walk? Or even if you didn't walk, what did I struggle with? How can I get better next time? Be your own coach. All right, I'm always here for you. Don't forget that part. But if you can coach yourself and kind of recognize those areas when I'm not looking, and I try to look all the time, but if you can recognize when I'm not looking, that's when the magic happens. 15 seconds, then we have another sprint. Five seconds, get ready. 2, 1, here we go. Build up, switch your foot. The second you feel one foot hit the ground, switch it up. Dial it back. We have 2 more periods of this 2.5 minutes. This is one of them. And we have one more round of 5-second sprints. Relax, head up, chest up, shoulders back. Keep those airways open, that chest proud. Now's the time it start to feel tough. It's feeling tough on me, and I know what's coming. I prepared for this. So now that we're fatigued, really place the emphasis on form. This is where the strength in running comes into play. You know, it's easy to strength train with weights. Just add more weights, add more reps. Running, it's not as linear. You really got to focus here. Again, not discounting strength training. But you really got to focus. Make sure your form's good. If you start to slouch and you just muscle your way through the running, that's where 1, injuries happen. And 2, that's when you go backwards. A little more setbacks compared to advancing. Building the strength. Because again, running is time under tension. This is a 20-minute long, really one set effort. Because most of us, you know, or almost all of us, haven't stopped moving. Even if you walked, it didn't stop. So that tension is built up. So make sure that form is good. Load manage that body. Again, dial it back. That's why I haven't really given you much pace outside the sprints, because I want you to run an effort where you can maintain that good form throughout. You know what that is. I don't have to look at you and know what good form is. I mean, I can do that. That's my job as a running coach. But you know it doesn't feel good when you're running with not the best form. Fix it, adjust it, slow it down, showing up the strides. All right, come better, back stronger next time. Right now, focus on what you can do. 10 more seconds, we got a last 5-second speed burst. Then we go into our cool down. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, here we go. 5 seconds. 2 and 1, dial it back. These are our last 2.5 minutes here. We're gonna start to build it, build actually is probably not the right word, but dial it back, throttle down, go from, especially where we're 6th gear, down to 5th into 4th, work our way down to 1st gear, which is that walking. But right now, next minute, I'm gonna let you go on your own. I'll be there with you, don't worry. In through your nose, out through your mouth, you're breathing. Form check, head up, chest tall, chin up, smile on that damn face, baby. One foot in front of the other. 90 seconds. Finish strong. Little clock adjustment. Hey, a new MacBook one of these days. It's just the best interval app I found. But my MacBook battery is not doing so hot. I'll fix it, don't worry. Just know you got a minute left. Let's bring it down wherever you are in the world in terms of speed. Let's bring it to a 3 or 4 effort. That same pace we started with, just enough effort where one foot stays in front of the other, and you're adding a hop. You can shake those arms out, loosen those shoulders. We don't want to slow down to the finish line necessarily, but we want to do so where we can kind of not slam on those brakes. Dial back just a little bit. Give me 20 more seconds of running, then we're done. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Ten more. Spine or face, finish strong, baby, come on. 3, 2, and 1. Now we dial it back to a 2 effort to a 1 effort. Maybe a 0. I'm gonna stay moving for a second. I recommend you keep walking for a second or 2. Guys, that's your workout today. 20 minutes of a fartlek speed workout. Yes, I said fart. Yes, I said lick. A Swedish word for speed play. We did 20 minutes of running, 6 efforts of that speed burst. Just getting a little taste, all right? Just a little spoonful, right? Chef's taste. You got a big stirring pot, mixing pot of food. You're just tasting it. Make sure there's enough salt in there, the spices in there, etc. Next workout, we'll build off this one. We'll go from 5-second sprints to 10. Later on, a couple weeks, we'll go up to 20 seconds. We'll build up, we'll get stronger, we'll look back, I'm like, damn, this workout was tough, but it laid that foundation for later works to come. Great work today, guys. Leave with that smile on your face. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. As always, reach out on Instagram. I'm here to personalize your success every single damn workout. Peace. Talk soon.